Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Leela webdev. Today we are diving into an exciting feature of Angular 19, that is nothing but the differ directive and its powerful hydration triggers. So we have learned in our previous video about the differ directive, how we can use it and what are the different types of triggers that are available in the differ. We have seen it. In the same scenario for hydration also, you will be able to have this type of triggers. So these triggers let us optimize when and how content is loaded and hydrated, boosting our app's performance. By the end of this video, you will master using the differ with hydrate triggers like hydrate on, hydrate when, and also the hydrate never. Let's get started. So now normally the differ directive allows us to delay the loading and hydration of heavy or non-critical content until specific conditions are met. This makes our applications faster and more responsive. Angular provides several triggers to control when hydration happens. So let us see one by one. So normally the triggers which we will be having is, it provides 6 powerful triggers. If you I will try to explain you. I will close these all the things so that you will be able to understand it. Yeah, here I will. So these are the 6 powerful hydrate triggers. First one is hydrate on idle, hydrate on viewport, hydrate on interaction, hydrate on hover, hydrate on immediate, and hydrate on timer. So additionally, I also have an hydrate when for custom conditions and hydrate never to skip hydration entirely. Now let's try to see each trigger one by one. First one is, so first of all, you need to enable the incremental hydration in our app. So in order to use this type of feature, first of all, you need to do the incremental hydration. So for this one, in our app.config.ts file, so here you need to provide client hydration with incremental hydration. So this is the incremental hydration, you need to provide it. And there is no need to use this with event replay. So with event replay, you will be able to have it, right? So there is no need to provide. If you are using this incremental hydration, means automatically the event replay is also included. So there is no need to separately mention that one. So now, after implementing this incremental hydration, so now first one is the hydrate on idle. For example, let's say that hydrate on idle. So if you are having something like, let's say that in our app.component.html file, so you are having an app.large component. So this is the component which we have created. So if you want to this one, when the browser is idle, so if you want to hydrate means, then you need to use hydrate on idle. So this triggers hydrates content when the browser is idle. Perfect. This is perfect for loading non-critical components. So here the large component loads when the browser is idle. The placeholder displays a fallback until hydration. So this one will be displayed until hydration. The next one is the viewport. So hydrate on viewport triggers hydration when content enters the viewport using the intersection observer API. So here, if you try to use the viewport here, okay, so that means it delays loading until the user scrolls down to the component. So for example, let's say that this app.large component is there at the bottom, means, so until and unless it enters into the viewport, so this will not be hydrated, then afterwards it will be hydrated. Another one is the interaction. So interaction means whenever any interaction happens, means, so hydrate interaction triggers when the user clicks or presses a key on a specified element. So this is how you will be using it. So interacting like that. And another one is hover. So you can also know whenever we hover this one, so you will be able to hydrate this. And next one is the immediate. So hydrate on immediate triggers hydration as soon as other non-deferred content has been loaded. Other non-deferred content has been loaded means, then this hydration will be happen. So next one is the hydration on timer. So timer means it delays hydration by a specified duration. So here you can provide the timer, hydrate on timer, and here you can provide it as in 500 milliseconds like this. So this is how you can provide it. The next one which you can use it is the last one is the hydrate when. So whenever if you are having a basic custom condition means, so when should load. So here you can have in app.component.ts file. So you can use some condition. So when should load the variable name and you can use it. So and last one which we will be having is the hydrate never. So this one ensures content remains static even with the other triggers also. So these are the different types of hydration things which you can use it with the differ. So this is in the developer incremental hydration. So that's it for the differ hydrate triggers in Angular 19. Each trigger offers unique ways to optimize content loading, giving developers full control over hydration. So try them in your projects to enhance the performance. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So here if you by this the Angular SSR is totally completed. So if you try to check it in our thing here in our code like angular.dev. So for more details about this SSR and all those things, so you can be able to go to the docs, and here you will be able to see the server side rendering here. And now we have completed about this incremental hydration. So I have explained you these all the basic things. Now we have learned about these all the things, so you can able to understand one by one also, you can learn it. So that is all about this one. We have learned about the hydration, we have learned about the incremental hydration. What is this incremental hydration also I have explained you one by one, and hydration also you will be able to understand it. And hybrid rendering with server routing also we have learned it. So how we can use it with the hybrid rendering like client render mode, client pre-render server, and these are all the things we have learned it. Build time pre-rendering also I have explained you, server side rendering. So these are all the concepts we have learned it one by one. So hope you understood about this incremental hydration also, which is in the developer preview right now, but in Angular 19 it has been introduced. So hope you understood about this concept. So by this the Angular SSR is completed. So we will jump on to the next topic, that is nothing but the Angular testing. So I will try to complete this all the thing also. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.